All right, so just a couple of minutes ago, I was sitting here going through all of my fishing rods just to see what I can bring you guys for a video. And as I'm sure many of you already know by now, I do have inside of my inventory quite a few of the developer as well as admin rods. I don't personally ever use them, mainly because it wouldn't be fair. But for today's video, I figured we'd go ahead and do something completely different, tiny bit out of my comfort zone, but probably one of the most favorite is the Rex Umbrum. I hope I'm saying that correctly. This rod specifically belongs to the developer Plateau, which if you've been with the channel for a while, you're more than familiar with him, considering we actually got him to 10,000 followers. Now, the stats on this rod that are specifically for him is 99% lure speed, 150% luck, 0.35 control, 10% resilience with infinite max kg. The catch is that this rod technically doesn't have a passive ability, besides the fact that it does bring down a giant sword, which increases a lot the progression bar. I can actually show you this in just a second. Let me come down here really quick. So let's give you guys a quick little test run right here. So there we go. We got ourselves a fish. The sword comes down and slams, and then it fills up the progression bar and we catch the fish. Besides that, it doesn't exactly do anything else. There's no mutation, nothing that increases the sell value or anything of that sort. It's just straight up speed. Now, obviously, the big contender right now for the average player is the Heaven's Rod. So I think for today's video, we're going to put both of these up against each other and let's really see just how OP a Dev's Rod is with the most ridiculous stats known to mankind. Because I would like to point out that based off of every single one of the other Dev Rods that I have, this is the one that has by far the craziest stats. Seraphic has only 65% lure speed. Sovereign Doombringer also only has 65% lure speed. The only other one that would probably be a big contender here would be the Developer's Rod. This one over here, also 1% lure speed, 150% luck, 1 control, 99% resilience. It's basically an instant catch rod. Even with all of that, it still doesn't have better stats. I mean, technically it does because of the resilience, but depending on who wins in today's video will determine if we do a follow-up video putting it up against the Developer's Rod. Now, of course, you guessed it, we're going to be making our way over to Canal, and that is where we will be doing all of our tests. Normally, I would start these videos off with something like the Heaven's Rod, but I kind of want to jump right into the Rex. So we're going to start off with this one. Let's see how much we actually earn here. Obviously, we need to make sure that we clear out our inventory. There we go, 212 coins. And of course, just my luck, a blizzard begins. All right, perfect. So I went ahead, rejoined. Now let's get a night cycle going and let's see if speed manages to beat a mutation. Let the time lapse begin. All right, so first run with the Developer Rod, we went ahead and made a total of 128,381. Now, obviously, to keep this completely fair up against the Heaven's Rod, while I was in the middle of doing that first run, I figured let's go ahead and throw Abyssal on this and see how much we actually earn with not only speed, luck, and control, but let's also throw in a mutation. So we are now going to do the same exact test, except obviously with the Abyssal enchant equipped this time. I'm really curious if this is going to make a super huge difference, considering it is already doing 128k without any enchants whatsoever. I think this might give it the push that it's missing just to kind of keep up with the Heaven's Rod. But I don't know, let's replenish our oxygen here. We'll head back. Next clip that you guys will see will be another time lapse. All right, so that is the end of the night cycle for the Abyssal enchant. I'm gonna be honest, man, we actually didn't even get that many Abyssal things. In total, we got 5 different fish, one of them being actually a mythic. also mixed in with big. So I don't really know how much of a difference this is going to make, but let's go ahead and sell. Total is 173,400. So I guess I take that completely back. We actually made a pretty decent amount there. Now we did catch a relic in the middle of all of that, so I'll add 3,500 to that. So in reality, it was 176,900. I'm going to be honest, I don't think that the Heaven's Rod is going to be able to keep up with that, but I also don't think that it's like going to be super duper far off. Either way, I'll leave my opinions about the Dev Rod closer to the end of the video. For now, we're going to focus up on doing our quick little time lapse for the Heaven's Rod, even though we've done this multiple times already. I didn't mention this before, but we have been using night trim for both of these rods. But let's go ahead and get this nighttime rolling with no boost whatsoever. Next clip you guys will see is the time lapse. All right, so that is the end of the night cycle for the Heaven's Rod. In total, it looks like we got all over again 11 heavenly mutation items. I say items because some of these are fish as well as bait crates and an enchant relic. But if we take a look here, actually 2 of them are mythic. For the most part, every single test that we've done with the Heaven's Rod, it seems like it's just about the same every time. We usually get anywhere between 11 to 13 of the heavenly mutations. So I'm glad to see that this is pretty accurate. But now the real selling point here is how much did we earn in total? 139,532. If I'm going to be completely honest, this is the first heavenly enchant relic that I've ever gotten, so I don't exactly want to sell it. Instead, we're going to come over here and get the value of it, which it is worth 173k. Wait, what? Oh, wait a minute. There's just no chance that this is worth 173k. I'm literally going to sell it just to confirm this because I don't believe it. 17,500. Dude, what? Anyways, the grand total now, including the enchant relic, is 157,032. So again, not really all that far off from the developer rod. And I guess that kind of goes now to what I want to talk about, which is, yes, the stats for the developer rods are kind of OP. Not really kind of, they're insanely OP. It's super easy using the rods. It takes little to no effort. But are you going to get an insane amount of money out of them? Probably not. If there was some type of like developer enchant that gave like a crazy developer mutation, then maybe we'd be talking about a different story, and realistically any rod in the game would be powerful at that point. Do the developer rods have really cool animations, really cool passives? Yes. Do some of them look insanely cool? Yes. I mean, like, come on, dude, this is still my favorite by far. This one is a little more common now, but still a really cool one. Either way, I was really curious to see how much it actually earned. I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was gonna give me way more than that. I was thinking somewhere in the 200, maybe like mid 200 range, just because of how fast it is. I really feel like if we grab the developer's rod that pretty much instant catches everything and we slap Abyssal on this, we could definitely push the 200k range. And then obviously, if I was to go ahead and really max out the luck, then absolutely we would do it no problem whatsoever. So let me know in the comments, what do you guys want to see next as far as the admin rods go, or the developer rods? Should we do a max luck and just sort of push it to the limit, see if we can make like $500,000 in just one run? Either way, man, I hope that you guys had a great New Year's. That's pretty much gonna do it for this video. Sorry as always for getting this video up so late. My schedule has been kind of crazy. Hopefully starting this weekend going into next weekend, because I know a lot of you are going to be going back to school as well as back to work. We'll have our early morning uploads again, so that way you guys can either watch it in the morning or watch it later on when you get home. Thank you guys for all the support. We've officially hit 290,000 subs. We're so close to 300k, but I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.